and it's going to fit right into this episode, is I watched the Snow White, the 2025 Snow White.
Oh, you did?
I pirated it, which is the only way I would suggest y'all watch it. If you have to for like a school assignment, or
somebody pays you, perhaps.
Maybe you're in like a terrorist rehabilitation camp, and that's what's going to be on.
Trying to change your sanity or lack thereof.
Quite frankly, I think it's one of the movies that fit into the category is it could be used to radicalize terrorists and also to punish terrorists.
It's like a lobotomy.
That's how damn good it is.
Yeah.
People don't realize, but it is.
It is that good.
Well, they say this movie's stupid. It is.
I didn't see it.
But you've heard
about
how badly it's doing.
Oh my God, I've talked several times. It's like the perfect storm of stupidity and virtue signaling, but
that's how the Chinese say it.
Yeah, see, that's racist.
Signaling.
But when you have little people protesting outside your company headquarters, you screwed the pooch bad.
They prefer the term little dinklages. And
he screwed it up for all those people, and they're like, I mean, that's just a small part of the movie.
You should be banned from the internet.
Oh my God, Zegler is just hateful. She's a hateful human being. And I think she just thought that like she could do anything, say anything, and that she was so culturally relevant that no one would think of her as being wrong. She would be educating us. I mean, you just can't have that attitude.
No.
I mean, here's an example. Like Ryan Reynolds currently was godlike.
A bit annoying.
Yeah, but for a while, I mean, he was like overall good guy, whatever.
Yeah.
Now
he's in the public.
Yes, because of that Baldini thing.
So I made that video. It's 4 minutes.
I didn't see it. Now I feel stupid.
You made that. I made this video.
And I didn't.
You watched the video.
Bow down to it. Yes, I did watch the video.
It's 4 minutes long. So freaking watch that video.
I told you I did.
No, there's a microphone here. I'm talking to the people, the masses.
I saw it. I told you I saw it.
It is my magnum opus.
Give it a shot. Perhaps. Seriously, it's pretty cool. Listen carefully. Like
there is one midget in the film, and that's my rating.
A live midget?
Now, if they would have put that midget and 7 others, Letterboxd.
So there was but they had an actual midget in the movie?
They did.
Live action?
He was part of the bandit crew, whatever that like the prince is a part of.
Oh, the magical creatures.
No. I don't know. There's people who like steal food for peasants or something.
Well,
I watched the movie.
This sounds like they just like massacred the original.
I don't remember the original too well. What was the prince in the original?
It was just a prince, I guess.
Oh, really?
Traveling prince, whatever, I don't know.
This guy was like Robin Hood in this one.
I know, that's not, yeah.
So, I'm going to do a compliment sandwich with this.
Okay.
The allegories, or the way it flips reality on its head, this movie did really well, maybe too well, to where I'm offended. Here's one where I want to start because we're talking about the dude. So generally in reality, men who are like high achieving, high esteem in their field, they'll just go after the McDonald's worker. They don't really care, if they wanted to marry a doctor, they would be gay. That's what I say. Mm-hmm. If you're a man and you're like, I want my wife to be high achieving and the best in her field, I hate to break it to you, you are a homosexual male. This film turns it on its head, where the woman, are you following me, is the one who has the title, she's the princess,
Correct.
goes down multiple castes or whatever,
That's what they're called, yeah.
class systems, and scoops this
Ne'er-do-well.
this, what do you call it?
Ne'er-do-well.
No, he's a
Bandit.
good guy. It's like, I don't want to say preppy, but something. He has something to him. Plucky.
He's good looking.
Plucky is the word.
Okay. Clever.
Whatever. I've never seen this actor before. I feel bad for some of the people who are like ancillary characters, because you got Gal Gadot, you got Rachel Zegler. Those are the names, in quotation marks, of this film. But then you have people like the King, the original Queen, that this guy. It's like they are lucky that they don't have names going in, because they might not
Just
be
kind of walk through the movie.
Yeah, they might be able to not be recognized coming out of it either.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, I know.
Whereas with the Zegs and with Gadot, people know them coming in, so that stain stays on their resume moving forward. But anyway, it spins that common real life stereotype. That's like, you see the men, they'll kind of go after the...
You see meaning in everything, right? Like you look at a tree and think there's something, there's
There was
an allegory
brilliance
there.
There was brilliance there.
I
And I
don't
think
think
the
so.
writers deserve credit, because putting that in a princess movie is
What?
pretty cool.
All right, what's the major theme of it without giving me all the
DNC.
subplots? Democratic National Committee?
You're goddamn right.
Was it really? I
It was
read that,
about
actually.
Joe Biden. So the Queen,
you
unfortunately, the Queen represents the Queen of England, not the evil Queen, the original Queen.
Okay.
She passes away. Joe Biden is the king who gets basically usurped by Kamala Harris, the evil queen. And I have tried to read into what Snow White is. I think she's Donald Trump, though. Like when she takes back over. All of it's I like subtext.
Are you serious?
I like subtext. I don't think people are going to get it. And I definitely think pushing that narrative now is I don't know, it's risky.
But it was a bomb, right? You gave it
because no one gets it.
Well,
No one knows that going in.
Well, okay, Snow White's not supposed to be that type of movie anyway.
But
as far as just a
this is the
movie-
first time I think Donald Trump has been
Portrayed as a decent
portrayed as a
person.
good person.
Did you read that, or did it just like
That's my understanding.
okay? But was it a good movie?
I made it up, but
Okay,
it's my
because it
understanding.
sounds really wrong. It sounds like
my
way wrong.
fucking God. I'm going to listen to me explain that to you on replay for 10 hours straight. That was the best moment of my life. Yeah, I made that all up, but it could work if you choose to look at it like that.
Was it good?
No, it's forgettable, which is like for a movie that
Worst bad as it gets,
people
baby.
will be buying tickets to see now. That like why that's the worst. Yeah, I would rather have a movie that's like you can talk
Awful,
about how
but
shitty it is.
memorable.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, for example, Amelia Perez fucking stomps the donkey shit out of this. In terms of that, because
Well, I mean,
it's
that's
like
in a super. I mean, granted, it's a
very
remake.
very original,
Very original, yeah.
and
I mean, dumb, but
you're gonna have stuff to talk about too.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, dude, penis and vagina. What the fuck were they thinking with those lyrics? This, it's like I don't even. It's just like the performances weren't very inspired.
Gal Gadot's not a great actor. They
She
said.
never was.
I mean, she's an attractive female action star. Probably.
Yeah, she has very big name power, drawing power. I guess drawing power. I don't know. Like she's been in so many shit movies. Ironically, she's in a movie with Ryan Reynolds and The Rock. Reynolds has some talent. I'll preface with that, but that feels like the holy trinity of like people.
Well, he's got a shtick, no question. He's plays the same type of character, I think, almost all the time.
Which it almost can't even be used as a negative anymore because like Tom Cruise is that.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, yeah.
At least what he has to offer. Well, it's general enough that it works in a lot of different stuff.
Who, Reynolds?
Like, no, Cruise.
Cruise. Well, right. It's like general. He can you plop him into mostly an action movie.
If you need a short action star, he's your guy.
But see, well, you're right. Yeah, he's short. But nobody knows he's short. Nobody really. I mean, you know it, but he doesn't look short in movies.
They give him a bookshelf.
Well, I know, but
or whatever.
Whatever. I mean, it doesn't. So it doesn't matter. You know.
And he's a Scientologist, which I guess he makes people convert on the set too.
Are you? No, you're not serious.
I'm not. But this isn't.
You're just a silly person.
This isn't legally binding, so.
Well,
it's not libel. It's something, but it's not that.
You've heard of wire fraud, right?
Oh shit!
This is going out over.
We have to go
wires.
wireless next.
Yeah. But all right. Let's talk about other movies. It sucked.
Let me see if I can add anything.
No, you have added way more than you need to.
Oh, we gotta talk about the dwarves. Oh no.
No, we don't.
Dwarves were kind of forgettable.
Okay, yeah, no kidding. They're CGI.
Yeah,
stupid. They added CGI to a live action movie, so it's basically melded a cartoon with live action.
Yeah, the fucking animals though. When you got like close-ups, it was impressive.
So fucking what? I mean, that's not a movie.
I know that's a small thing. I just had to. There was one.
Did they roll the credits correctly?
One of the squirrels was so cute.
Okay, good. So, be anti-Zegler.
I would have been like
That's going to become a new phrase, anti-Zegler, which means to be gracious as opposed to being a brat.
Yeah.
She seems like a 15-year-old spoiled upper middle class chick in a 25-year-old's body because she is oh my god. But she will learn that what's called FAFO. Fuck around, find out. Okay?
Hell yeah, buddy.
Her career is over. It is over. And well deserved, too. Shut up. Nobody cares what you think. Nobody cares. You don't know anything, man. Even people who really know things know they don't know anything and are smart enough to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, I think,
you just, you know what? People, and it's not just her, it's a lot of people. Maybe it's a generational thing, but I think there's always been people that feel that they can tell the world how to feel and think about things. And you can't. Maybe Mother Teresa, and even people don't like her for some reason. I don't know what she did.
Well, she apparently was kind of a bitch.
All right. Okay. I saved $1 million and I was rude to a waiter kind of thing.
I'll look that up.
Whatever.
But apparently the producer's son slams Rachel Zegler for hijacking movie with political posts clearly hurt the film's box office, says he.
Well, yeah, and he's absolutely right. It's not her movie. Okay, she's a star, granted, but it's not just her movie.
It's why casting is such a big deal. I mean, you need the name, whatever, recognition.
Yeah.
And Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler were the only people bringing that. And now you have to do some digging. It's like, hey, is this person going to be a fucking retard on camera and say stupid shit? And
I know they do
with
that.
Her, she is. I never knew about her prior to this.
Yeah.
Likely won't know about her afterwards because she really, this movie's just not going to be the best indication of talent, but she sung fairly well. I'm not going to shit on her.
It doesn't
her singing,
matter. It
but
is so
her acting
tainted.
was just like not good.
Really? Okay.
Not terrible, but like, I mean,
Well,
holy shit, you're the lead of this fucking project. It's a
maybe you could do a little acting here.
hundreds of millions of dollars. You know,
I say at the end of it all, I mean, here's the thing. The amount of money they're going to lose, which is going to be enormous, pales in comparison to the damage public relations wise this did to Disney. This was the movie that started it all, okay? And they remake it for many reasons, and it turned out to be the bubonic plague.
so the budget was $209 million, and the box office, I don't think it's even.
But that's
hit.
that's not the number.
It's generally
Would they double it?
2.5 times is what is costed with marketing included.
Okay, so that's almost
It's
$500 million.
Roughly, yeah. And let's see what the box office.
I bet you it's 50 million because last
think
time
you're right.
It was 40, and it's probably gained some since I looked.
Domestic opening was 42 million, and yes, domestically, it has grossed domestic.
It's going to do 150 worldwide. Well, I don't know. It's popped. It's gone. I mean, the pop is over. You know, the original.
I mean,
What you don't get that first week, that's it. Or what you get that first week, that's all. That's all.
even if they would have made 100 million in the first weekend, it still would have been disappointing because you weren't gonna. You're like, well, we know we're not gonna cover the budget.
But it was more than that. I don't even think they cared all that much. I mean, they didn't want to lose as much as they're going to lose, but that it was an homage to their audience. It was a gift to their audience.
Fan service film.
Yes, I never heard that term, but that's fitting.
Okay, worldwide. Shit, I'm such a stupid. Yeah, it made less than 100 million worldwide. 88 million because it made 44 domestic, 43, almost 44 internationally.
Now, it might actually, so it's not going to do much better domestically. It may do fairly, because they're not as plugged into this incidents with an S with her as we are.
Yeah, and like
here.
wherever.
Like in Bangladesh, you're like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
shit.
it may be within the zeitgeist there, like Snow White.
Yeah.
Maybe even bigger so. Maybe because it's not like so much media noise
Right.
to make you forget old classics.
I don't know how normally things play out as far as, it depends on the type of movie too, like domestic versus foreign.
Yeah, and like I was just looking, Asia is a big area.
Yeah,
for
that's
some,
where it is.
but I don't
India,
even think
China.
it's playing in. I don't think it's playing in China. Oh no, it is. China's separate. Yeah, it didn't even make $1 million in China, but it made millions in Japan and Australia. So it's not a lot of movies that cater to China can just like, hey, that's what we're gonna make her.
Yep. This doesn't. This would to a more westernized audience, which Japan and Australia are.
Makes sense. Yeah, because I could see that movie is not very culturally relevant for them.
For China?
Yeah, like let's overthrow the evil dictator.
Yeah, that's...
It's like we're not giving them ideas.
The communists don't dig those type of movies.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I did want to say. I did think it was racist that they casted an openly Latina woman in... I mean,
Openly Latino. Okay.
if they would have done it for Cinderella, that would have been completely racist. But they did it sneakily. See, because cleaning... She teaches the dwarves how to clean, and she cleans the castle. Donald Trump... If we don't let Latinos be Snow White, who will clean your castle?
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson, or Osborne said that. It's just racist. It's racist that
To have
they
her
did
clean,
that.
to be the cleaning.
Yeah, it's like
Kind of, yeah.
If you're gonna have a white chick do it,
That's all right.
no issues. But
Yeah.
now you want to go Latino, and
Yeah.
it's the cleaning princess besides Cinderella.
They could have referenced her green card and all kind of.
Yeah, it just feels in bad taste. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Well, her being Latina, I don't think that played it. That they wanted a Latina. They did. They didn't want a white actress for that. I'm sure.
For Snow White.
Yeah.
Ooh, I thought of a really good fan film script idea. I don't have the time to write this, so if one of you guys listening want to, you can just co-op this.
Well,
So, S''O, Black, and it's a Snow White spin-off comedy, and the main character is black, and you guys do the rest. There's the Seven Dwarfs too. They can be whatever race you want them to be. They have to be dwarves, and write funny stuff.
yeah, that's not going to offend anybody. Everybody's going to love that one.
It's
It'll take people a while to figure
It's
out how to be
inclusive.
offended, but they'll
it's
be offended.
inclusive though, which is not. You can't be offended by inclusivity.
Yeah, it depends how you do it.
Well, whoever writes this, do it well.
Just don't fuck it up, or your life's over, Ben.
I'll give
Give it a shot. Let us know.
I'll deny co-writing credits unless it's good. Then I expect a piece.
Yeah. I don't know how we do that legally, but you figure out a way.
Well, just if you're making money, let us know. If you're not, just keep us out of it.
If you know what hits the we never met you or heard of you.
And you don't listen to this podcast
No,
either.
no.